Hey guys, and welcome back to another deck list, and today we're going to be talking about Lucemon post-ban. So obviously this is after Icemon is limited to just one copy. And before we get to it, I do want to congratulate the winner today. Congratulations, Garrett, on receiving these free Digimon cards. Don't forget to hit me up so I can send these to you as quickly as possible. Moving on, if you do want to try out new deck list, consider adding me on Discord. I am going to start, playing against people online and kind of making videos through there. So I think it'll be pretty fun. So if you want to try out new decks that you are building, or if you just want to play against someone, let me know. My Discord will be in the description down below, so check that out. So let's get into it. Let's get into this Lucemon post-ban deck list. And right off the bat, we're just going to start off with the 4 Demi-Meramon. Best Digimon the purple has, because you draw one and then you trash one, right? It's better to draw than to just trash, which is why I just go for Demi-Meramon as opposed to the other Pagumon that you just trash when you attack. Or, the new Kokomon that when you attack, you go through your deck, you trash all tamers, and then the rest of the cards go back to the bottom of your deck. What if you needed those cards? So Demi-Meramon is still considered the best Digimon in my opinion. Then moving on, we're going to have 4 other Gabumons, BT2. These are great because on deletion, you trigger draw 2 and then you trash 1. Another form of helping you go through your deck. And then we have 4 Labramon. On play, trigger draw 2 and trash 1. So I am going to keep this whole trashing and going through your deck kind of theme throughout my throughout this deck list, because it's just going to help you get all the cards that you need. And pretty much it. Self-explanatory. Then moving on, we're going to run 3 Gazimon. 2, I feel like it's okay, but 3 is just much better, especially in this set with, tamers reducing Digivolution costs, and then your memory set option cards, you're able to kind of shut that down with Gazimon. So 3 I think is great. And then moving on, we are going to run 3 Elecmons, and then pretty simple, on deletion, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. So what I like doing with Elecmon is I like swinging into security. Then if he dies, you just go ahead and you get rid of a Pokemon or any level 3. Pokemon, as you know, is pretty big in this BT7 format. So Elecmon is really good. I run 3 here. Then moving on, we have 2 of the Lucemon. I would run 3. I think 3 is better than 2. However, I only have 2, so I'm running the 2. If you do have 3, then go for 3, because you do want to see this card a little more. 2 is still good because you're able to, you have all this drawing power and trashing, so you kind of go through your deck quickly. But if a Lucemon is all the way at the bottom of the deck, you still have one more that you're gonna have to search for, and then more than likely both could be at the bottom. Still pretty smooth, but I think 3 would just be optimal for this deck. And then of course we're gonna have the 4 Icemon scatter mode here. This one is not the one that's restricted, it's this next one here. This is the one that's restricted to 1, so we're just running 1 of that one. Going back to scatter mode here, pretty self-explanatory. On deletion, you draw 3, and then you trash 2 cards. So now if you have a Gabumon underneath and a Demi-Meramon, you're drawing 6 cards in total, and then you're gonna trash 4 cards in total. So that's a lot of power right there. I'm actually surprised this one didn't get hit. Maybe it'll get hit later on, but I'm surprised this one didn't get hit. It just helps you run through your deck so quick and get all the pieces that you need in order for you to, do whatever you want to do, whatever combo you're going after, etc. And then Icemon, pretty self-explanatory, right? If you have a scatter mode in the trash, you can play this for free when you trash it. And hence why I'm saying I'm keeping this whole trashing gimmick going here. Because then if you trash this from your hand, you play it for free, boom, now you got a champion. And then if you have a scatter mode, not to mention they get 2000 DP for every scatter mode that's in your trash. So there's that. Moving on to some of my spicy cards here. We do have a Lucemon. I am running 4 of these. You could run the Kaiser Leomon, just because you can get that retaliation as long as I believe it's if you digivolve on top of a tamer. It does reduce it to 2, but I think you need the Koichi or a hybrid underneath in order to get retaliation, if I am not mistaken. The reason I went for 4 of the Lucemons is just to guarantee that I will always have that 2 memory evo cost, especially if I want to build up to my mega really quick. I think it's just better. And my spicy card here, Skull Greymon. Let me tell you, if you have seen my video of Titamon versus Edamon, which I'll put right here, you are going to see how beautiful this card is. So, reads off, when you trash this card in your hand using one of your effects, you may place it under one of your purple Digimon at the bottom of its Digivolution cards, right? So, now Scatter Mode dies, I draw into Skull Greymon, I trash the Skull Greymon, and you know, for, let's say I have a Gazimon on the field, now I can put Skull Greymon under Gazimon and have retaliation. So for whatever reason, if I attack with Gazimon and he stays alive, if they want to get rid of him and they attack him, you're taking that Digimon down with them, right? And then not to mention retaliation, I have this just to kind of, another form of deletion, another form of getting rid of cards without, you know, having Fly Bullet or any of those other option cards that kind of get rid of Digimon. Retaliation is just fantastic. So on top of that, going back to the Skull Greymon, when you attack, you may trash 1 card to have this Digimon get 3000 DP for the turn. So now you attack, right? Let's say you attack, now you trash Eismon here. You already have a scatter mode in the trash. So now you're going to get a 3000 DP, so he's going to go up to 10,000, and then you're going to play Eismon for free because you trashed the off an effect. It's awesome. It's crazy. So that's another combo there too. Then my other spicy card is Neodevema. I am running 2. On your opponent's turn, when an opponent plays a tamer, gain 3 memory. So now the downside of this is, let's say if I attack and then it reveals a tamer, it's my turn. So this effect does not work when it's my turn or your turn if you have this card, right? Nonetheless, more than likely, like 80 to 90% of the time, your opponents are going to be activating or playing tamers on their turn. And as you all know, BT7 is just heavy on tamers, especially if you're going against a yellow hybrid. It's yellow shine even. It's just tamers and tamers. Half the deck is tamers. Not really, but you get what I'm saying. So now you're able to limit how many tamers they can play a turn. But not only that, they really have to kind of stop and think about how they're going to play their turn. And then his inheritors, when an opponent's tamer becomes suspended, gain 1 memory. I think that's still pretty good. Not as good as his main effect for sure, but it's still a good effect. Or inherit, I should say. Then of course we are running 3 of the Lucemon Chaos mode. I don't know why they didn't do fall down mode, but whatever. Great card. Level 5, your Lucemon can digivolve into this card in your hand for a memory cost of 7. So if you have a level 3 Lucemon, you can digivolve on top for 7. Or for every 10 cards in your trash, reduce the memory cost when playing this card from your hand for 3. So if you have 3, and then again, you're trashing a lot here, so you will more than likely have more than 10 cards. Reducing this to 11, I don't see why you would really want to drop it, but hey, I mean, it's there if you need to. So we're running 3, and then we're gonna go ahead and run 3 Cherubimon, and that's right, you do see a Mastemon there. We're gonna talk about that in a second because there's some nice combos in there. So Cherubimon is really good. It's good. Let me just read this to you, alright? So when you digivolve, you may play 1 purple tamer card from your trash without paying its memory cost. As long as it's purple, you can play whatever. Therefore, you can play a mat, you know, and then the other tamers that I have on this list. Then, for each tamer you have in play, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. That is great. That's great if you're going against, for example, like a D Brigade and, you know, they're widening, you know, they have a wide board. You're able to play Cherubimon and you kind of control the field. So it's a form of controlling the field. Then on deletion, for each tamer you have in play, you may play one level 3 Digimon card from your trash without paying its memory cost. So this is why I think 3, maybe possibly 4 Lucemon, the level 3s, are good to have here. Again, I just have 2 because I'm broke and they're expensive. But if you're trashing, right, you can just trash these Lucemons, get to Cherubimon, and then if he has retaliation with a Skull Greymon, and for example there's a Susanomon out in the field, you swing into the Susanomon, you take it down because you have retaliation, and then your on deletion effect activates, and then you can bring back Lucemons, recover security, and now you got a level 3, multiple level 3s with 10,000 DP. It's crazy. Whew. All right, then I have Mastemon as one tech card. She is great. I mean, as you guys all probably know what she does by now. In case you don't, you trash one card from the top of both players' security stacks. Then play one purple or yellow Digimon card with a level 4 or less from your trash without paying its memory cost. Pretty self-explanatory, right? You trash and then you can bring back Lucemon, therefore you gaining your security stack back, therefore kind of just your opponent losing a security stack, and then you could even still attack with Mastemon if it's still your turn, which we're going to talk about how we can do that. That's 2 in just 1 attack. Then we're running 2 mats here. I had 3, but I feel like it's too much. The reason being, I might even cut it down to 1, but I think 2 is just kind of, it's good because it's also a way of getting a Digimon card or a purple option card from your trash. Not to mention it's a memory set tamer. But Cherubimon, the reason I have 2 because of Cherubimon, once you digivolve onto it, if you have mats on the trash, boom, you play it for free, and now you're able to get a purple Digimon or an option card. So that's one way of kind of getting mats, more mats than what you really need, if that makes sense. Then we are running 3 of the new tamer of BT7 Koichi. And this is great. At first I was like, okay, yeah, I guess it works with purple, but no, this is actually a really good card. On play, you draw one and then you trash one, right? So now you play it, you draw, you have a Skull Greymon, you trash that, and now that activates. Or you go ahead and go for the Eismon, you trash that, and now you play it if you have scatter mode on the trash. Not to mention the inherit on deletion, you gain 1 memory. So if you digivolve into Lucemon, you swing and you die for whatever reason, now you gain 1 memory back, so it was only a 1 evil cost. So I'm running 3. I did have 4, but I do want to see more of this tamer here, Kari. And Kari is just so spicy. It's a great card. All turns, when a card is removed from your security stack, you may suspend this tamer to gain 1 memory. So I want to run 4 of these, and it's, I don't know, I might not, because I do like this balance that I have with the tamers here. But if I do put 4, it'd be of Kari. Even if I have 3, right? Let's say if I have 3 on the field, or 2, even if it's 2, I digivolve to this Mastemon for 4. I'm trashing my security, so I can activate Kari because it's all turns. So now she would be a evil cost of 3, 2, or 1, maybe 0 even if you have 4 Karis. And this can't be blocked by any memory blocked Digimon because it's a tamer. And specifically, let's take a look at Gazimon here. It says your opponent can't gain memory except with tamer effects. I'm getting a memory from a tamer effect, and this is why Kari is clutch. It goes over that. So you do that, right? Let's say there's 2 security left. You're at 4 memory. You have 2 Karis. You digivolve to a Mastemon. You trash 1. Now you activate your Karis, puts you back at 2. Swing with Mastemon. Even if she dies, now they're at 0. You got a Kari for a tamer, and now you're gonna go ahead and digivolve into Lucemon and close game out. So I'm just saying, this is clutch. I think I'm gonna do 4 Karis. Although, like I said, there's just not space. And then I'm running 2 Jack Raids. For every 10 cards, you gain 1 memory, and then gain 2 memory on a security effect. Then we are running 3 of Dead or Alive, and The reason I don't run 4 is because I want to see this card, but I don't want to see it too often. When I had 4 in my deck, I would have like 2 in my hand, and I'm like, okay, this is too much. I just want to have like 1 max, right? And what's so great about this card is not so much the main effect that you could play level 5 Digimon, or if you have 10 or more in your trash, you can play a Digimon with Lucemon in its name. Just because it's an A cost, you still might do it in order, if you want to get rid of a level 6 or whatnot, or a tamer. But the security effect here, if this card is in your security, you can play a Lucemon for free so long as you have 10 or more cards in your trash. So you do that, obviously you can play Chaos Mode, delete a tamer, Lucemon, get a recovery +1. So, and of course, you could play any level 5 or lower. So if you don't have 10 cards in your trash, so either or, you're gonna get a body on the field. And whew, there we are. This is my tech list. And again, the changes, if I would make any changes here, it would be bumping up these level 3 Lucemons to 3, maybe even 4, but I think 3 would be the sweet spot. Kari's maybe bumping her to 4, but I think this is good. And that's pretty much it. Maybe drop 1 Neodevema for 4 Skull Greymons, but with the BT7 format right now, Neodevema is great, so he's probably going to stay at 2. How are you running this deck? There's so many variations you can run of Cherubimon, Lucemon, or just Lucemon. And it's exciting. This is the first purple deck that I'm actually genuinely excited to play. And yeah, I can't wait to use this. So if you want to go against this deck, or if you want to battle against me, make sure you add me on that Discord so we can duke it out, and I'll actually even post it on YouTube. So I will see you guys on the next video.